lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Today we're going to be addressing Taleen's husband defending her in the latest episode of Real Housewives of Dubai. We're going to be talking about Carolinebrooks and Lesa. Who do we think is in the right here? If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And don't forget to like, share, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now let's get into it. The latest episode of Real Housewives of Dubai was crazy. Like the scene where Taleen's husband was piping up, it was crazy. So to give you a little bit of context surrounding what actually happened. So it was Caroline Stanbury's housewarming party. And Carolinebrooks had initially spoken to Lesa and Sarah about her relationship with Taleen and why she apologized to Taleen. She said a mean comment. She mentioned that Taleen was a beggar and that was something that she was sorry for and she apologized for. So Lesa then took it back to Taleen. And of course, I understand how Taleen was upset because I don't think Taleen heard that in the beginning. I don't think she heard that when she was having the back and forth initially with Carolinebrooks. So to then hear someone say that after apologizing is like, wait, you called me a beggar? So I think she was upset about that. So at the housewarming party, things escalated. Taleen and Caroline were going back and forth a little bit. Things were escalating with Taleen. What was interesting was Taleen was saying to Caroline Stanbury that, it's not, this is your house. I'm going to respect your house. I do not want to address this here. But then still proceeds to address it there, which I thought was just like, it's like, there's no need to tell me you don't want to address something and then proceed to engage in bickering. So Taleen then called Carolinebrooks a drunk, an alcoholic. Of course, I'm sure Caroline was pissed after that because then Caroline walked over to where Taleen and her husband were and basically called her a drunk and said, you're the one slurring your words, something along those lines. So as soon as Caroline got there, her husband, Taleen's husband, sort of like was piping up. And there was a little bit of a back and forth sort of match between them, and then Caroline tried to step to Taleen and things escalated from there. What I thought was interesting was like he said things like, shut up, I will F you up, I don't care about no cameras. These are like some serious things. Like if you're out here telling people you don't care about no cameras, it's on and popping, this is a woman, right? And these are two women now in your face because Lesa jumped in to try to I guess tell Taleen's husband to back off because like, why are you coming as a woman? And it was interesting because it was like you could still hear him raising his voice. Like, I understand defending your wife, but at what point is too far? I feel like there's a way to do it and say, okay, Caroline, right now she doesn't want to talk to you. She's not in the mood. Please just leave her for now. That could have quieted things down, but he caused a whole scene and was piping up and being sassy with Carolinebrooks. Now, I don't like Carolinebrooks, don't really care for her on the show, but I don't think it's nice to have a man be piping up in your face when you're not, it has nothing to do with him. He should have stayed out of it. And what was interesting was like there was a lot of like tweets back and forth, and I want to read some of the tweets to you guys because everybody has pretty much been on the X talking about their part of the story. So Caroline is saying, if I'm an alcoholic, as Taleen foolishly claimed, what is she? Don't play with me, Taleen. Don't. And Rafi sticking up for his wife wasn't needed if it wasn't his business, and he threatened to F me and Lesa up. That's now defending your wife. That's a threat, which made things escalate even further once we go outside. I've moved on from it because we held our own, but it did threaten us and I defended myself. And Sergio should also mind his business until he pays some bills. Oops, in that house. For now, Michael calls the shots, not him. He doesn't contribute to the lifestyle or to the bills, according to Michael. Oops, that is crazy. Now, that's what Caroline had to say. And I do agree that you threatening to F two women up is crazy to me. Why do you feel it is acceptable to be screaming and saying you're going to F two women up? Are you serious? To me, it gives the behavior of someone who is physically abusive and aggressive. That's my opinion. And Caroline also says, I would never wear her wardrobe because she doesn't have one. Oopsie. She either borrows or retags and returns her clothes if they aren't knockoffs. I own all of my clothes, shoes, bags, and accessories. I want to see Taleen's closet, please. And I want her to show one article of clothing I've ever worn on the Real Housewives that she lent or give me. I will wait. Oopsie. Now, that is crazy. Taleen then said, let's roll the tape, please. He said to you to shut your mouth. There was never a physical threat to Lesa or you. So wait, what does I'll F you up mean? That's not a threat? Okay, maybe she meant it's not a threat. Best believe he will do it. Okay, maybe that's what that is. Lesa inserted herself in something that had nothing to do with her. You are delusional. Production watched it 1,000,000 times too. After your bullying and threats to get physical with me and him trying to calm the situation down, as far as the outfits, don't worry about that, girl. I'm saving it for reunion. Okay? Then Lesa jumped in and said, Taleen, I love how she tagged her. She's like, I'm not about to be going back and forth with you lot. And I'm not going to be talking about comments without tagging you. I love it. Stand on business. She's like, Taleen, I inserted myself because it was the both of you against her and your husband was being very aggressive. That I agree with. Like you said, a lot was deleted, and trust me, that was not to protect Brooks. It was to protect him. Ooh, okay. I would have jumped in for you or any of the other girls. I wasn't even that cool with her when it happened, so you know I'm unbiased. Wow. To be honest, I completely believe Lesa. And I'll tell you why. Because I feel like Lesa is not a troublemaker. Yes, she will carry information, but I don't see her as a troublemaker on the show. I feel like did you see when he was really like with the hands and the neck roll and everything? He was getting really sassy with Caroline when it had nothing to do with him. This is about your wife. You can be like, okay, Caroline, please, she doesn't want to talk to you right now. Give us a minute. That's okay. That's protecting your wife. And we would be like, kudos to you for defending and protecting your wife. But what you shouldn't do is escalate things by being aggressive towards women. That's just not acceptable, because let's not act like Taleen wasn't throwing jabs as well. Did I think Caroline was petty? Caroline Brooks was petty and started it? Absolutely. I think Caroline is a troublemaker. I will stand in that. She does entirely too much. But what I will say and also clarify is that your husband should have stayed out of it. And if he didn't want to stay out of it, there is a better way of doing it than telling someone you're going to F them up. A woman, what does that mean? Are you trying to say you get in her face and beat her up? Like, what does that even mean? I also think that Taleen has been caught in various lies, and it's just piling up that I don't believe anything that comes out of Taleen's mouth. If you guys remember, she had a scene with her family, and she was saying that Caroline didn't reach out to nobody. But Caroline, when her dog died, Caroline reached out to her sister. And nothing was said about that. And everyone just made it seem like Caroline has a problem. And I'm just like, and Caroline had to post the text messages. So it's like, why are you lying? So I personally don't have any reason to not believe what Lesa is saying. I do not see it for Caroline. I do not see it for Taleen. But the fact that Lesa is saying she stepped in because her husband, Taleen's husband, was getting aggressive, I believe that because from the little we heard, he was being very aggressive. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.